We definitely are a firm believer in streaming as a model, and we embraced it early. And you know, our philosophy is like, you got to fish where the fish are, and consumer behavior is to the streaming model. And yes, there are still people that are buying downloads on Bandcamp and buying vinyl, and yes, we're monetizing that for sure, and want to maximize that. But we fully embrace the streaming model. Um, the biggest thing, again, this is going to sound, probably oversimplified, but consistency and showing up over time is going to be probably the biggest driver of growing. If you're continuing to release music and show up over time, the longer you can sustain that consistency, probably more than anything else, especially organically, just showing up and being in there. There are a lot of artists that were great artists, but they put something out and then they kind of disappeared. And so it's like, well, they're not continuing to show up and grow. So if you can just stay in the game, which, you know, there's a whole other thing to unpack how you can sustain that.
Hmm.
But the longer you can stay in, showing up consistently is going to keep things going. But for a platform like Spotify that is algorithmic, when you're feeding that algorithm more data, there's more for it to respond to. So more data in, more releases. You can organically spin up and build activity. I mean, there's certainly things that you can do to layer in advertising and some other marketing, but you can also screw up your algorithm that way too if you're sending the wrong data in.